One. Trying to shave.
Welcome to Dad&Son and Between the Ropes recap. I'm Son, his dad.
I'm Dad.
I'm Dad.
My name is Dad.
Dad.
Promo of the year. What are you doing?
It's my sour face.
John Cena comes out to start Raw. Takes his good old time coming to the ring, gets in the ring, grabs the mic. And then Cody Rhodes music hit.
Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody.
Cody takes his time coming down.
Woo!
He gets in the ring, grabs the mic, and the crowd keeps chanting.
Yeah!
LA Knight was not involved in Raw tonight.
I mean, Logan Paul was there, so.
Yeah. But, so Cody Rhodes, starts the promo off. He's like, oh, let's see, John, you're going to talk about my lisp, how I left the company, my arm tattoo that's on the neck. And he's like, so, Cena, why'd you do it? Cena's like, I did it because he pretty much told Cody, like, you're not fit for the job. It disgusts me that your mediocrity is holding the title that I created. This is greatness. You're mediocre, and you're holding the title. Like, you're fake. You're being fake. I told you that eventually they'll see through you being phony. He's like, you're just my chauffeur. You know, you're the guy who just traveled with John Cena. Like, the crowd was cheering for Cena at this point. Because, Cena said at the end of his rebuttal, I'm taking this title and I'm retiring with it. I'm taking it home with me and it's done. He goes, then when I'm done with that, you can go buy your toy title and do whatever you want with it.
Can he do that? Can he take the title home?
He's gonna retire. He's gonna win the title and retire. So that way, when he retires with it, that title's done.
Can they do that? Is that
yeah,
how
they'll
it
just make a new title. Yeah, that's Cena. That's how Cena wants to make it work.
Is that how it's going to work? Probably.
I don't know. Who knows?
Because The Rock can do whatever he wants.
The Rock can do whatever he wants. He's ruined. Rock and Cena. Cena's coming around now. Like, I'm liking the storyline. Like, Cena's making wrestling better. Cody Rhodes is getting way better.
On Mike,
definitely. But then after that, you're like, man, Cody Rhodes just got owned. Then Cody comes back with some stuff. Oh, man, what did Cody say on his rebuttal on that? Some things I can't say, actually, now that I think about it, that I'm not going to say. And then Cody had the fans back on his side. And then it pretty much went split because Cena said come back one more time with some stuff. Cody asked Cena, which one of us sold out to The Rock. Cena said Cena says I bury mediocrity because I'm talent. That's something he said in there. Great promo.
Took up half the whole night.
It took up dude. This promo was worth it though, in my opinion. This might have been the greatest promo ever.
Yeah.
Like this is the best promo we've ever seen, hands down. Hands down. We might have to do a thing tomorrow where we do a short video where we watch it and then talk about it as it's going on. But at the end of it, Cody Rhodes says John Cena, and all my failures and this and that, that I've had, this crowd has never chanted, you can't wrestle. And then they get in the ring. John Cena takes a swing at Rhodes. Rhodes dodges.
Rhodes? You said Rhodes. You said Rhodes.
Rhodes dodges it and puts him in a crossroads. And John Cena just lays there knocked out. John Cena's going to win the WrestleMania match. We need to prepare for that. After that, the story's going to get crazy. I hope so. I hope Cena wins it and the story just goes crazy. I hope that's what it is. First match of the night, we see the New Day in their new song, which sucks. I don't like it. Not people that used to like the music. No, I just don't. It doesn't fit the New Day. I understand they've turned heel, they need a new song, whatever. It's
we don't like the song changes because let's see, Street Profits changed their song to dark, not dark theme, but
it was just, it's not fun. It's like everybody wants to be a heel or not fun.
His theme too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Last Saturday we talked about that on Friday. But New Day ends up facing New Catch Republic, the hometown crew, the home continent crew, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
We haven't seen them in a while.
No, we haven't seen Tyler Bate. I think they said since last July. It's a pretty long time. Excuse me. New Day ends up winning the match.
Yeah.
Kathy Kelly catches up with them and it's like, hey.
I love when she catches them.
Walking back.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
But she asked them, like you said, you guys deserve a tag team shot, at the titles. Do you deserve it now? And they are very adamant. And they're very intense about, like, yeah, we did what they told us to do. We did it. We won. We did what Pierce told us to do. Now we want the shot. Then we go to a Jimmy and Jay promo. They're talking about the faults and stuff. Jay not doing as well as he should be doing. Jimmy says, I got it tonight. I'll beat him tonight. Then you'll beat him at WrestleMania. Jay's wanting to be out there with his brother. Jimmy says, no, don't worry about it. I got it. Let's see. Love you, man. Love you. I hear you. Then we get the Jimmy Uso Gunther match. Jimmy put up a good fight for a minute. Then Gunther ended up getting the best of him. Gunther was actually pinning him and then Gunther was pulling Jay up. So that way they wouldn't go to 3 count.
Jimmy, you mean?
Jimmy, yeah. He did it twice. After the match, after he finally pinned Jimmy after the match, he started beating down Jimmy.
Oh, before this, after the match, they accidentally hit Jay Uso's thing.
Hit his screen.
Too early.
They did, so the crowd knew. So it really wasn't surprised. Somebody's going to have a little smack on the hand after that. But Jake finally comes out. Jay and Gunther, tussle a little bit, and eventually Jay ends up zip tied to the rope. And then Gunther beats the living daylights out of Jimmy in front of Jay to get in his head before WrestleMania. Opened up his head. Jimmy was bleeding pretty bad. Props to Michael Cole. He does a really good job at making it feel
real.
I hate saying that because it is real. Making you feel like that Jimmy is really, honestly, truly hurt. Yeah. Which he may be, but we know a lot of this is part of the story. We have a Judgment Day promo.
Judgment Day.
Finn talking about they can put this funny business behind them with Penta and Braun after a night after a tag team. He's going to bring the gold back. They need to bring some gold. It's Judgment Day. They're always talking about gold. This is the end of Judgment Day. They're done. Something's going to happen, and Judgment Day is done. Carlito does nothing but go to the ring, get hit, and fall off. Dom and Finn made this promo they show where that we're brothers, we fight like cats and dogs, but in the end we make up. We're brothers, we love each other. But then Finn looks at Raquel.
Finn looks at Raquel
and says, "Tough luck on your fight with Lyra last week, but I'll be the one bringing home the Intercontinental title."
Good luck with your fight with Lyra. Wait, what?
Bad luck. It was bad luck on your fight last week.
Liv?
Raquel faced Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship last week.
Yeah.
And Finn looked at Raquel and said, "Tough luck on your fight against Lyra last week."
I'm caught up.
He goes, "But I'll be the one bringing home the gold, the Intercontinental title." And that you can see Liv's face change there. That leads right into the Judgment Day, Dom and Finn, accompanied by Carlito, obviously.
Yes,
After the promo though, Carlito's just sitting there, and Raquel's like, "What are you doing?" And Liv's like, "Get out there and help him."
It's great.
Penta Braun Breaker versus Dom and Finn, accompanied by Carlito.
At this point, Carlito's just a pawn right now.
Yeah, poor Carlito. I like Carlito.
Yeah.
I really do. At the end of this match, Braun's going to spear Finn. Finn jumps out of the way, gets pushed out of the way, and then Braun spears Penta, and that ends up to Finn And Dom winning. Going back to Judgment Day promo, though. Liv leans over to Raquel after the boys leave and says, we need to do something about Bayley and Liv. Or Bayley and Lyra.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, Raw is not doing too well right now. SmackDown is doing really well. Then we have a Chad Gable's talking to Adam Pearce. Chad Gable's still sick. Cannot wrestle this week. Next week, El Grande Americano is supposed to wrestle.
Versus Chad.
We're not there yet.
Oh, we're not?
We're not there yet. No, we're almost there.
Okay.
Chad or Pierce is like, too bad. Next week we're in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is Chad's hometown. Chad's like, oh, I'll be well by then. And, El Grande Americano is supposed to wrestle. And Chad's like, well, put me in. And Pierce is kind of like telling him, yeah, Chad, you're wrestling El Grande Americano. So we're going to find out who El Grande Americano is.
When they did a close-up on his face, that doesn't look like Chad.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. We'll find out eventually.
He's wearing, stuff to make him look different.
I don't know. We'll find out. But during this, Alpha Academy shows up with Otis and Tozawa and Maxine. They do some name calling. Typical Chad Gable and Alpha Academy.
The only one we're missing out of the Alpha Academy is Akira Tozawa.
He was there.
No, I'm saying our figures.
Oh, at our figures, yeah. But Maxine says we need to talk about tag team future. And Pierce says something about her being tag team meeting. She's like, no, for Otis and Tozawa. And she's like, I want to talk about my future. And then they cut away as she's talking. Then we have a Braun and Penta promo. Penta's really upset with Braun. El Stupido, you El Stupido. El Stupido. That was funny. I like it, man. Penta's funny. He was funny in that moment. AJ Styles and Logan Paul promo. Logan Paul seems to be getting worse and worse on the mic. He just wants to talk about how rich he is, how broke the fans are. We all know we broke.
You have to rub it in.
Well, I don't know. I'll be broke. I don't care. I don't have a house payment. I don't have a car payment. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not a millionaire. Not everyone can be a millionaire. Throw something else at us. That's why they were telling him to shut up. Dude, we're getting tired of hearing it. We understand you're Logan Paul and you're rich and, we're broke. Sorry. Tell us something else. That's what they were like.
Sometime in this promo, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sometime in this promo, Logan Paul says to AJ, well, if you're going to hit me, go easy because I'm a dad now to a daughter.
Yeah, and AJ's like, well, I'm a dad too. AJ's just like, speaking of money, don't cash a check your mouth can't. Don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash.
That's tongue twister.
I don't know something like that. I can't remember his exact words. But man, Logan Paul just on the mic right now is not doing very well. I don't know that. When he first came in, when we first started watching, he was doing good. He was doing very good. And then he was still in the Cena thing where he's pointing you're broke, you. Cena did that last week when he was like, you suck. He was doing that to the crowd. He stole that off Cena. We just saw that last week, Logan. Anyways. Logan Paul needs help. Logan Paul needs some help. Lyra Valkyria promo with Jackie Redmond. Jackie asked, what's your focus now? And Lyra said, well, I didn't beat Bayley. Or did she beat Bayley? Anyways, Lyra wants to focus on having a rematch with Bayley. Judgment Day promo. Finn saying... What's Finn saying in this promo?
Oh, crap. You gotta give me a sec. Finn is saying...
He's like, I pinned Penta in the middle of the ring. I did this. I did that. And he looks at Dom. Good job. He goes, I got momentum. I've won, I've won 2 matches. I'm going to go talk to Pierce about WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania season. Let's go. Let's go talk with Pierce. I'm going to talk with Pierce.
Oh, during this, Liv is evil smiling.
Well, yeah. Finn walks away. And Dom's kind of hyped up. And Liv's like, did you hear what he said? And Dom's like, yeah. And Liv's like, he was saying, I did this, I did that. And Dom's like, that's not what he meant. And Liv's like, no, he's piggybacking off your hard work too. And he's like, Liv said, when he's done talking to Pierce, I'm going to go talk to Pierce for you, Dom. And Dom and Carlito are kind of sit there, left like, what's going on?
I think Liv is trying to break up now.
Something. I don't know what's going to happen. Because her and Dom, the dynamic between her and Dom have changed. The dynamic between her and Finn is getting worse. Carlito's just there. Her and Raquel got a lot of momentum, a lot going on right now.
I think it's just going to be Liv and Raquel with the boys stranded.
Yeah, probably.
And Finn's going to be like, I'm just going to go solo.
Then we have probably what we were expecting, most excited for the night. Guest referee Bianca Belair for the Rhea Ripley Iyo Sky match. Did not live up to the hype. Did not.
It could have done a lot better.
Iyo and Rhea did not do a good job. I mean, they did. This is one of those matches where we're setting up something for WrestleMania, and it fell flat on its face. The match did. So, Rhea was going for a boot to the face to Iyo. Iyo ducks. Rhea hits Bianca. Bianca falls out of the ring. Bianca is the referee. Keep that in mind.
She doesn't call it off, though.
She doesn't call it off. She's kind of, dazed, confused. She's trying to recover outside the ring. While she's trying to recover outside the ring, Rhea hits a riptide
on
Iyo. And the crowd counts to what, 14?
10.
And then Bianca just wasn't there. Bianca finally gets in the ring. Rhea repins Iyo. 1-2. Kicks out. Well, then Iyo goes for a drop kick from the top rope on Rhea. Rhea moves. She hits Bianca.
And
Iyo goes to pin Rhea, right?
Rhea, yes. But then Bianca's outside.
Outside the ring. Well, this time when Bianca recovers,
she says, I'm done.
I'm done. Call it off. Double DQ. DQs both of them. This is what saves it. Rhea loses her mind. And then we have a Rhea, Iyo, Bianca brawl. Iyo and Bianca both get a riptide. Bianca gets 2. She gets 1 from the top rope. And it's just Rhea standing there.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that we're going to have the triple threat match. Rhea, Iyo, and Bianca.
I don't know why, but something was screaming Becky Lynch to me for this.
Maybe it would have. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. Because other than CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman, that match, and the Rhodes and Cena match, this is the only other hype we have.
Because, can I say something?
Yeah.
Because the reason Becky Lynch would have returned, if that would have been okay, right there, it would have been because she has, like, this thing with Bianca and Rhea. Mm-hmm. So that would have made sense.
Yeah. That's it. That's our show.
That's our show. Like always, subscribe, notifications on. We will see you next time. Yeet! Dad. Yeet!